All right. And for everyone who wants to call me a rat and a narc and think of me as a rat or a narc or whatever, I was in the drug world for over half of my life, which is something that was pushed over me and forced over me because my parents and family were planning on trafficking me and prostituting me out, and I wasn't really into being prostituted out, which was the option that they wanted me to take. And all that they could do was try to do the same shit that happens to people all over the place, which is that the people around you manipulate you into using. And when I was 13, my mom, actually I was 11 when my mom started letting me drink, and younger than, about 13 years old whenever I would start smoking pot and things like that. And then eventually I would get into all these other drugs and stuff like that. And I would have to realize that my family was having the people around. Like, I felt like I was rebelling against my family when I was young because I had a really abusive family, and there was so much abuse and so much trauma and everything else. And I felt like I was handling everything with the drugs and alcohol and stuff. And it took me until I was 30 or slightly older, about 30, is about the time when I realized that my family had controlled everything around me and made it to where my whole life would be about getting high, basically. I hate to use that phrase. That my whole life would basically be about drowning it all out and just keeping keeping myself on this dull level where I didn't actually have to, acknowledge reality or be fully a part of it, or that I could take breaks from reality. I could take breaks and I would, And when I was younger, it was fun. Like when I was younger, I actually had fun partying. And I appreciate it if there's people who have fun partying these days, but does anyone else feel like we're not really allowed to party anymore? That we're not actually allowed to have fun? That the environments provided to us are too dangerous, and the people who, are part of those environments are too dangerous for you to even let loose and have fun in? No one else feels like that? You don't feel like that if you let loose and drink a few beers that you're going to put your life in danger? I mean, I feel like I can't party, that I can't chill. I feel like I can't even relax, like almost anywhere that I go, ever. Like, I relax like when I'm asleep, basically. Yeah, so when I was in the little drug world and stuff, I didn't say shit about anybody doing shit. I was always very polite and respectful. I even got kicked out of my own apartment because I wouldn't tell the maintenance guys in Beverly Manor who I was buying my pot from and who I was getting my pot from in Beverly Manor. And she just lived in the next building. You know what I mean? For the sake of keeping my apartment and not having any trouble and not being homeless, I could have sold the woman out, but I didn't, because I'm not like that. Yeah, I've been quite respectful of everyone's, drug issues and everything else. That's not where my focus is. I actually had to completely exit basically the drug world or that kind of shit, basically realizing that I was being manipulated, that I'd been manipulated my whole life, and that people were just trying to dumb me down so that they could do the same thing to the next generation, some of whom I had personally given birth to. So it's like this thing, like, let's hurry up and get the parents out of the way with drugs so that we can do the same thing to their kids. Ew. And so many people get away with that. This has just been perpetuated forever. Now, there was an Officer Boatwright. He did really sneaky, corrupt things to have my children taken away so that they would be trafficked. he did a lot of really terrible things, and he didn't just hurt me. He hurt a lot of other people, and hurt our children in the process. A complete douchebag. He did pull a vehicle over in Randolph County, I'm told, where he removed 10 ounces or 10 pounds of meth out of someone's trunk. He put it in his car and was already a dope dealer. If you're going to be a dope dealer, you better not be a cop who has my kids taken away, because I won't unlock my phone for you. Because I will say something about that, and I most certainly did. Officer Boatwright is a drug dealer. I've risked my life and actually practically lost everything that I had just going to try to let people know about that. And they didn't even want to take a full report, because everyone, as far as cops go, they're all apparently just told to treat me like I'm fucking mentally retarded. I don't even exist in investigator land. I'm not even someone who could be approached and questioned or something. It's absolutely fucking retarded. So, I mean, yeah, if you're a corrupt piece of shit cop and you're going to do fucking corrupt, dumb shit to have my kid taken away, and you're going to try to help child sex traffickers and child pornographers end up in him, then yeah, I'm definitely going to say something about you being a fucking meth dealer. If you want to be a meth dealer, if you want to be a drug dealer, you better not be a fucking cop at the same time. Because if I know about it, I am going to fucking speak out. I am going to speak up about it. And I do not give a single fuck if people want to call me a rat about it. If you're a fucking cop, I would advise you to do cop things and not deal drugs, because that's super fucking shitty. I would advise you to be a cop and do cop things if you're a cop, and not traffic people's fucking children. That's super fucking shitty. So yeah, I'm definitely saying something about that. But the main reason why I stepped away from the whole drug and partying world and all of that shit is because I didn't really have any respect for cops before that. And, you know, nobody's ever given me a reason to have any respect for cops. I've only just dealt with corrupt, douchiness. You know what I mean?
Unlock your phone for me, or I'm going to take your kids away.
Okay, but I can't personally bust the child sex trafficking ring and the pornography and illegal pornography ring. I can't personally bust the human trafficking ring who, has targeted my children and I. I can't just take matters into my own hands and solve that issue myself. So I had to actually let go of whatever, you know what I mean, party life, whatever, bullshit or whatever, okay, and focus on, okay, I have to act right. And people had been hurting me deliberately because they were trying to use, you know, whatever mistakes that I was making as an excuse or a justification to have me attacked, which is super fucking retarded. It's something that goes on everywhere. Absolutely retarded. It's part of their fucking Luciferian shit. Oh, this person did something bad, so that means that we can have them, you know, brutally raped and have their kids fucking molested and just have them fucking tortured and trafficked around the whole fucking world and shit. It's absolutely fucking retarded. So yeah, I began to recognize that there was a real need for law enforcement for the first time in my life. Now, I have personally gone to law enforcement about, you know, being hurt by sex offenders and shit like that, and they, you know, have never done anything about it yet. But at the mere chance that there might be anyone in law enforcement who would do anything to protect any child at any time, it caused me to switch up. Hey, I never knew that I needed you before, but we might actually need you. So here, let me straighten up. And they're like, no, we didn't want you to straighten up. We wanted you to be bad. We want you to be a criminal. We needed you to be a criminal this whole time. Okay, so yeah, things went from just partying and being fun and being isolated and being held hostage and just having to be forced to just be this fucking entertainer for everybody. It switched from that to worrying about kids getting fucking trafficked. Watching Gage Confier who you guys are still allowing to manage Cambridge Heights for some reason, watching him walk teenage boys the fuck across the street, knowing that they are high as shit, they're teenagers, they're not adults yet, and they're being walked across the street for prostitution and trafficking reasons. Yeah, that changes a person. If you have any intelligence or heart or fucking soul at all, realizing that children are being trafficked around you and that they're being prostituted out and sexually abused around you, that should fucking change shit for you and fucking cause you to straighten up a little bit. So yeah, motherfuckers can say that I'm a rat, that I'm a narc, all that they want. Yeah, I'm definitely telling on fucking child pornographers and sex offenders and all these other fucking retards. The fact is that through all of the telling that I've done, no one has actually gotten in trouble. So how can I be a fucking rat or a narc if no one actually ever got in trouble? If no one can get in trouble from anything that I say, then how the fuck does that make me a fucking narc? That's fucking retarded. Yeah, when you can actually show me somebody who actually went behind bars for anything that I said or did, then I guess you can fucking almost come to close to calling me that. But someone who speaks up so that a child doesn't get sexually abused, I'm not sure how you would construe that as a narc or a rat. That's fucking also absolutely fucking retarded. You wouldn't want somebody to speak up for you. Well, if somebody was fucking molesting you as a kid, you don't think anybody should speak up for the kids getting fucking molested and shit out here. You guys aren't fucking doing anything about it. You know, and I can understand why you would try to fucking overdose and get rid of those of us who actually might fucking care. Super don't give a fuck. You guys ruined my entire life. You guys fucking destroyed my entire life with your fucking trafficking ass, fucking illegal pornography, having to have hidden cameras in my apartment, fucking bullshit. So you can fucking call me whatever you want to call me. It's fucking absolutely fucking retarded that I even fucking have to deal with this shit. And I do understand why people wouldn't want to affiliate with me or whatever because of that. It's fine, whatever. I don't fucking care. I'll find intelligent people out there in the world somewhere. I know that it's really difficult for us to actually find any of those, but I guess everyone else who wants to just go along with the trafficking thing can all just, continue to do this fucking shit. And honestly, the fact that I actually have to speak up like this and that I've been speaking up like this for this long, that should also say something. That anybody who's trying to silence me or say anything about me, it's probably because they molest little kids or because they're sex offenders. They have something to do with a murder campaign, common sense. I realize that there's people who are going to see this who don't know me, that never met me. That's cool. But for the people who have, I have noticed this weird little attitude or weird little vibe from people here. I super don't give a shit. Yeah, it's not my job to protect fucking chomos and pedophiles. It's not my job to protect sex offenders. If they're dealing drugs on this side, it has nothing to do with me. I don't give a single fuck. Don't care. Yeah, I do not give a single fuck. I really want these fucking sex traffickers and pedophiles to be locked up. And honestly, whatever they have to be locked up for. Whatever you guys can find. If you can find them doing meth, lock them up for meth first. We'll get them for all the rest of this shit while they're locked up for that. I don't give a single fuck. Whenever it comes to people who, do the fucking this shit, I hope that they do get in trouble for drugs. Fuck them. For real, I don't fucking give a fuck. I don't give a fucking single fuck. That human, after you guys touch little kids, after you start raping people and touching little kids and shit, you make yourself fucking worth nothing. You are officially worth fucking fucko after that.